Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jay. I'm back again with another video. This is an ALIPEARL wig install video. This is not sponsored. I paid for this myself. I bought myself an HD 5x5 deep wave 16-inch wig, and I wanted to show you guys how I would customize it to better suit me. So the first thing I do is I try on the wig, kind of figure out exactly what's going on, think about how much plucking I'll have to do if I need to bleach the knots. It did come with 3 clips and adjustable straps. It had a corn chip smell to it. Obviously, it came with a bonnet, and then this is the free wig that they gave me during their sale. It was a headband wig. I am bald currently, or I have really short hair, so this is not going to work for now. But I'm trying to figure out, like, how am I going to tweak this? How am I going to make this work for my head? I feel like I got played, but that's fine. We'll make it work. The wig itself, if it was longer, it would make sense, but girl, come on. And it does have clips, which I'm going to cut out as well. But to bleach the knots, what I did is I started by softening them first. So I just took 20 volume developer and I applied that all over the lace. So just developer, no bleaching powder, developer only. You're going to put that on. Be as gentle as you can. Obviously, if it seeps through, I don't think it's an issue because it doesn't do anything on its own. So you're just going to cover the entire lace with that and then let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I washed it out with just some regular herbal essence shampoo. It smells really good. And then I lost the clip where I bleached the knots, but the same process that I'm doing to tone is what I did to bleach. So I'm applying from the bottom, working my way up to the top of the lace, being as gentle as possible, using a wooden spatula to do this. And then I'm gonna make sure every inch is covered because you want all the knots to be covered. I'll put the details in the description box of what toner I use to tone the knots. And then I flipped it over so it was face down, because once the bleach starts, I think it's oxidized, you know how it expands, it's gonna go through your lace, and if it's upside down, it may go through onto the hair. So you want gravity to work in your favor. Here I'm just checking my knots after the toner, and they came out absolutely perfectly. I just rinsed it out, washed it out as much as I could, make sure to get that chemical smell out, and then I started plucking. So with the plucking, I usually, like, as you can see, I'm gonna go 1 2 3 1 2 3 and move on 1 2 3 1 2 3. So that's the count that I give myself. I try to not do more than 3 strokes per area, and I keep going, and try to use sharp tweezers. I didn't do that, but I'm gonna work my way through, going slice by slice by slice. So I'll pluck and then split it, and then I will pluck the other end. So you see how I had that line? Now I'm plucking the other end of what I just plucked. But with that, I don't do like 3. I'll do like maybe 2. I may do 3 if I'm feeling frisky, like I was doing here, but for the most part, I try not to pluck more than twice in the same area once I flipped and I'm doing the back end of the section that I just plucked. I hope that makes sense. If not, just watch what I did at the beginning. So pluck, then I pluck the other side, and we keep on going until I'm satisfied. So I'm just going to keep on working slice by slice. Take your time with this. This is sped up. This is not how fast I was going, obviously. You want to take your time with this. I'm still new to this, so I wasn't moving as fast as you would probably think. I was moving pretty slowly, and I was just taking my time to really look, make sure I'm not over plucking in one area. Obviously it looks more plucked because it's against a white background, which is what the girlie said we should do. Put it on your knee with a towel and pluck if you don't have a mannequin head, and that was super helpful. Now I'm just kind of taking a look to see, do I want to pluck some more? Do I want to leave it where it's at? And I was pretty satisfied, so I was just getting the lay of the land and just like thinking, oh, here's where I'm gonna put my baby hairs. Let me see, once I put the baby hairs in, am I still satisfied with how it looks plucked? And what I did is I just went back in and I kept on tweaking. So in a little bit you'll see me go back in with a pair of tweezers, and I'm going to be tweezing again just a little bit more in the front, just to pluck a bit more until I'm satisfied. Like, that's the thing, you want to take your time until you are satisfied with how it looks. look at a lot of other pictures so you have a comparison of what you want yours to look like. Watch videos. This will make it so much easier for you. Now, I'm wearing 2 wig caps, and this is why I don't like to glue my wigs down. I wear 2 because I like the wig combs to go in between the 2 caps. I don't want it to go into my hair because I feel like it just puts tension on my hair and it's damaging to the hair in the back of my head, and the back of my hair is so fragile already. Now with the lace, I went in and I was adding like a foundation color. It'll be in the description box, but I think it's the Kiss in the color Nutmeg, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll link it in the description box below. And I'm honestly just applying that to all of the lace. Like, just apply, keep on, press it in, press it in, press it in, press it in. You want to make sure you cover the entire area so it's as close a match to your skin as possible, because you didn't do all that work bleaching the knots for no reason, right? And I'm gonna spray it to seal in the color, and then I put the wig on, and this is when I'm going to start doing all the tweaking. So doing the baby hairs, cutting the lace. And I use a razor to cut the lace, the ones that you do on your eyebrows or like for dermaplaning at home. And I make sure I don't cut straight. So as you can see, I'm holding it up, right? So I can show y'all. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of like zigzagging a little bit as I'm cutting. So it's going like up and down, and it's not a completely straight line. You don't want it to be a straight line. Please, please, please don't cut it in a straight line. Otherwise the lace is like super obvious. Like, it's super like, girl, you did not even try. So try your best. You can use craft scissors or razors like I did, and then this is what it looks like when you don't cut in a straight line. Like, it's not super obvious lace, at least in my opinion. It looks pretty good. And then I just followed the same process on the other side. So just take your time with it. You don't have to move fast. Just take your time, whatever's easier for you, whether it's holding it up, wearing it on your head, and then cutting it. It's up to you. So just do the same thing on both sides. Take your time. I cannot stress this enough. And then this is what it looked like on. I feel like it looks pretty good. Okay, like it blends in pretty well. No one is ever going to be that close to my forehead, and if they are, they need to back the hell up, because otherwise you can't really see it, right? Which is what we want. So now I'm just working on doing the baby hairs. I'm kind of like tweaking how much I want to cut, making sure not to cut too much, because I don't want them to be too thick, but I don't want them to be thin baby hairs either. I'm not at the like no baby hair stage of my life yet, but this is how I cut them. I will twist the hairs that I'm gonna cut, and then I kind of cut going down, like feathering down. I don't want to, at least let me say, I don't like to cut it straight, so cut it going downwards. Can you see I have it angled, and then I'm slicing downwards. You don't want it to be a super blunt line, because I feel like that just makes them look super weird. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So twist, 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 take the razor, angle it, and cut at an angle, right? Perfect. Then we're going to take a 1-inch flat iron and then kind of curl the baby hairs. Sorry, you can't really see it too well, but you see the girlies doing this on TikTok, on IG, on YouTube. You're just going to curl them up, because I think that helps them to lay a lot better. And I'm using this mousse from Camille Rose to lay my edges down. I don't use like Got To Be anymore to lay my edges down, because I want them to be as fluffy as possible. I don't want them to be like dried flat edges. I feel like when they have dimension to them, they look so much better. So you're going to keep on adjusting your edges, keep on adjusting them however you like them to look. Take your time with it. There's no two people are ever going to do their edges the same. And then I'm just going in and I'm brushing their hair. I did spritz some water on it, and I'm using a Denman brush. And I'm taking the herbal essences. They have this curl defining cream, and I'm just taking like maybe a quarter size amount and just applying that. As you can see, it's back and forth with the edges. I keep on messing them up, fixing. So you're going to go back and forth with a lot of tweaking. Take your time. Like, don't be afraid to stop as well and come back later if you need to, but just take your time and tweak it to your personal preferences. And remember, it's all about what you like. At the end of the day, if you're happy, that's the most important thing. So I'm just going in, brushing the hair, applying the curling curl defining cream to it. I quite like this cream quite a lot, and it's not expensive at all, and it doesn't get tacky, and you don't need a lot. And then the last step that I do, I just take my wax stick and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to the middle of my hair, and I'm gonna take a hot comb. Ideally you want to do this when the hair is dry. It didn't sizzle or anything like that because the comb wasn't super hot, but I'm gonna be shaping the front because I don't like it to lay super flat.